at me now, I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Just stay turned like you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Come for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that split, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you could do, I could do it better than you. No matter what I do achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Tennessee Titans. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. And this carries into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Tariq Cohen.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Tannehill, and he's going to drop this off to his fullback, and he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
A gain of 5 brings
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
Here's Tannehill. Steps away to his, and now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they'll start with great miscues that they had last week. 4 turnovers, Charles, so this is a bad trend.
And, Brandon, you and I both know that they didn't just ignore what happened last week. They focused on it, tried to get better. And when it happens here again in this game, the head coach is going to see that as a direct reflection on his message to the team, and it's not sinking in.
He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 16-yard line. 25 yards to pick up there and also a first down.
Well, when you're able to break a run against a cover 2 or a 2-deep zone, safeties are back a little ways. What you're counting on is the guys taking care of business up front and then maybe climbing to the second level, that offensive lineman or tight end getting up to the second level and able to block the safety in order to create a big run.
And making those linemen work with a couple blocks. They look good doing it there.
Wilson with the hand.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
Now it's Carson. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. Loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Here's Tannehill. Westcott, the tight end, making the catch. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And it fights through one man. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers. He's already put it on the ground once in this first half. There are no gain, just struggling to get going.
Yeah, and what he needs right now, a dose of confidence, which means his guys have to chop a hole, a big one for him, give him a chance to run a little bit and gain some of that confidence back. He didn't get it on that carry.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's a quick throw right side, and it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 11 yards there, first down. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him. From
the 50, it's Tannehill. Oh, leaves him tight on the spin. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating, there he is, and he passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A gain of 13, it's a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, he's going to make a play for me. I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. You know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 21. It's a first down on a gain of 10. First carry now. This is Hill. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled him with the inside run.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Nothing.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he puts it through.
That ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win, and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission. That's their challenge. And you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season, you had multiple goals. They just have one now. Win the game.
Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now this throw caught left side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Seahawks 14, Titans 7. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble of bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And we will have the Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
At the 49-yard line.
Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 2nd and 12, Tannehill. And he'll find Hall. And he's got this down to the 35. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First and 10.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback with the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. He'll take a shot for the end zone. It'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And he's all the way up past the 25. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And far right side taken in here to start this drive. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And that one results in 35 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go. And this is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big pickup of 38. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make... And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Touchdown, Chris Carson with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And on the return, the Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. On 2nd and 11 now. Tannehill. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And he fires one that's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. After the interception, here's Wilson. Being chased out left. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett with his second touchdown here in this first half. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Well, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
4-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. And a big play that time for the Titans. 57 yards.
8-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And the Titans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Now a toss to the left with Cohen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Tannehill. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And his guys have got it back in the closing stages of the first half.
The Titans take over.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And for the 3rd time here, this ball is intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Taken at the 15, a short kick. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
To Tyler Lockett.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Here's Wilson. And he is in for a Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson. His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35. Titans, 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Takes this about 5 yards deep. He stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run with Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. We'll give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. That's complete to Mooney. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
At the 17-yard line.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. 2nd down and 3 with right around 3 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. 3's all around. They'll run forward to Tariq Cohen. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
They try again with Cohen, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
And goal to go.
goes Tannehill. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Tannehill. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Steven Anderson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. And it's up and good.
35, Titans 21.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they...
Guys, man, complete! And touchdown, Seattle! DK Metcalf, 81 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
Jason Myers for the extra point.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Tannehill. He'll drop this one down to Cohen. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. You got the big lead defensively. You're willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And that is incomplete.
The scoreboard tells the story for him, a little bit bleak, and while
While it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it to Tannehill. And he comes back with one complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by DJ Reed. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
27-yard line.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Rolling to it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Frank Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And this a quick slant to Lockett.
Wilson's pass.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
It's a gain of 19. But it's
on 3rd down. Carson. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. He'll buy some time right. Looking for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf there to make the grab. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And the kick here is good with a penalty flag down as well. And they may have run into him after the kick went away. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
At their own 25-yard line.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. That is caught by Cole. This one is stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time? Hopefully with a chance to win.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up
just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Got a man and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Wilson back into his end zone. They'll find Metcalf. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. On the return is Cohen. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Good positioning, and it's picked off. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. This is Carson. He'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They go play action with Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Throwaway and incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Carson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
Score Seahawks 49,